Hey, you guys, the most targeted citizen here. Hope you're having a good day. As you see, the clock says 1:31, 2, 3, 4. That's just happens to be my number for some reason my whole life. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get to the point. The guy you're seeing on TV right now is called Jameson's Travels. He's a Marine. I don't know if he retired from the Marines or he was just a Marine. You never call a Marine an ex-Marine because they're always Marines. You know my stance. You've been here long enough. They're discussing the Las Vegas Cybertruck supposed bombing. Many come out. The guy on his manifesto. I haven't even touched the surface of it. I haven't investigated any of it, so I'm speaking from a point of ignorance. Just what I'm picking up here and there. It's a big deal going on. Sean Ryan got the manifesto talking about anti-gravity drones over the White House. It's a secret conspiracy. This, that, and the other. And this guy supposedly just changed his medication, lost his mind, said he's going to go blow himself up. Now, you guys know, if you've been to my channel any amount of time, that's garbage. That's garbage. You don't change your medication 3 days later, you're going to go blow yourself up in front of a building, and in your manifesto you mention drones. You don't get out of the military and then years and years and years you're fine, you're coping with PTSD, but then all at one time, you just go nuts one day. Doesn't happen. Unfortunately, in our society, we've got people like Jameson here, and I like him. I could, me and him could probably sit down and get along and have conversations. I'm sure when he closed the door walking out of my home or away from me and got in his car, he'd get on the phone and say, "Man, this guy's freaking nuts." I'm sure that's what he'd say. When he listened to me, I'm sure he would act intently like, "Oh yeah, I really believe you, dude." But the statement he's going to make right now is going to tell you exactly what the majority of people, especially military members, ex-Marines, veterans, think about the mental illness apocalypse with our returning veterans. It is a war on our veterans. 21 veterans a day murder themselves. But they don't see anything. They talk about how they're big, they're bad, they're tough. We went to war, we fought, hoorah. But then they get home and now they're just weak little men that won't murder themselves. They can't put two and two together. It's the cognitive dissonance is amazing because when my grandfather went to World War II, got the Purple Heart, he didn't come home and was threatening to kill himself. He wasn't hearing voices. None of that was going on for World War II. And those guys saw atrocities like nothing's been seen in the Iraq War. I mean, it was bad, but it wasn't World War II bad. Okay? So I'm going to pick up kind of close to his comment, and I'll highlight when it's getting ready to go.
Judgment. I don't think, like dipshit, what's Ryan Macbeth, anybody's lying here. I think they all have good intentions. I do think about anti-gravity drones. You got to go. Have I been doing too much of the wacky, too much ibogaine, too much of the toad? Am I not thinking clearly? Let me know what you think. My opinion is somebody jumped the gun on this topic, on this reporting. No one's doing it to be mean or vengeful or lie. It does seem like the obvious thing, first choice would be, hey, maybe the guy had a screw loose. God bless him. I'm not giving him a pass by blowing the truck up in front of the Trump Tower. I mean, you just don't, I'm just doing it myself. I mean, who knows what happened to lithium-ion battery? Could have caught fire. I mean, God only knows what here, right? Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Thanks again.
And here we go. Respected member of the military. Got a YouTube channel, all kinds of reach, all kinds of views. This video, 492 views in 4 days. 492,000 views in 4 days. And he's a military member. And the best assumption he can come up with of a military man, and apparently a bright man, and he was one of those special guys like Black Ops, blah, 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 whatever you want to call that, blows himself up in front of Trump Tower. He does it in front of Trump Tower, what, to get the most attention he could, to bring awareness to something. And he did all that because he had PTSD. So why is it, with all these smart military members, As smart as they claim to be, I probably shouldn't be in here. It's too dark. All these smart military members that hear me, quit school in the 9th grade, been targeted my whole entire life. I've dealt with the V2K weapons. I've dealt with dealing with the drones. I've dealt with directed energy weapons. My house is broken into all the time. My things are always vandalized. My reputation has been destroyed. My life has been wrecked. They stole my children from me. They killed my fiance, had me dead on a rope, killed my best friend on a rope, killed my fiance on a rope. I've been through all that, yet I didn't have the military training. How in the world am I still here saying the same thing? And a Marine with 492, I haven't gotten that many combined views in all my videos. And the best assumption he can come up with of a advanced military member is he got PTSD, decided he was going to go after he changed his medication. 3 days later, he goes and rents a Cybertruck and blows himself up because of PTSD. He sends a manifesto to Sean Wright about anti-gravity drones over the White House and this, that, and the other. Anti-gravity drones. Man, I wonder where he got that from. Well, he just had to be crazy. And this is the cognitive dissonance in our society. Are you telling me that 21 military members a day just have went crazy and have offed themselves? Strongest men in the world that went to combat and come back home. Some of them weren't even in combat. They were just overseas and they get PTSD and they come home and murder themselves. No one can put this together except me, who's sitting there screaming, trauma-based mind control, anti-gravity drones, targeted individuals, the U.S. government's trying to kill you, and all Mr. Jameson, with all due respect, can say, smoked a little too much wacky tobacco. Maybe the guy had a screw loose. Share this video to Sean Ryan. All my subscribers help me help you. Share this video to Sean Ryan. Share it to Jameson's Travels. Go to all these big military YouTubers, whoever they may be, because I don't watch them, because I think the majority of them are full of garbage. I mean, I do. I respect them, but I think they're full of garbage, because how am I... I've never been in a documents briefing. I've never sat down in a top secret scenario where I wouldn't where I'd be criminalized under penalty of law if I let the information go. Yeah, I know more about these programs than they do. Well, you just got a screw loose, or you've been smoking wacky padak. Share it to these channels. Put on there, he's not crazy. It's not mental illness. Targeted individual. Help me. Help you. God bless.